Bali Grana Weeb Bong, I'm Engineer Hoist, and welcome to our weekly Transformers Earth Wars news stream. So, hello to everybody in the chat. You saw everybody saying hi on the screen. If you were here already, but I'll call them out. Super VH, Ditto has made it. Grand Galvatron, Amy Anderson, Razorquake 46, the professional Husky. He's on time for once. I'm kidding. Rafael Correa said he was here while having some dinner, so enjoy, my friend. Who else did I see? There's Victor was taken, Void Edits, Blurry Prime, Altabot Phil, Cup, Oktar was here, William Edward Hackman, and so many. Damon Swicky. Yeah, lots of familiar faces. Welcome to everybody. Let me just go ahead and tell you ahead of time, we've got a little bit of technical difficulties. All the little images I put up on the screen, for whatever reason, those buttons aren't working. Don't know, but I can still change scenes and everything. So we'll still go through as best as we can. So we're here to talk about Transformers Earth Wars, about the event coming up where we can go. And as you can probably tell by the thumbnail, Skids and Knockout are coming to the game. And it's a sort of new kind of event. I think we've had one of these before, but it has a new name. We'll talk about that. Got a bunch of crystals to crack, and I've been sitting waiting to unlock Fortress Maximus because I wanted to do that on stream. So we'll go do that. If I forget, remind me. It wouldn't be a live stream at all without some sort of technical issues, my friend. But we've got a bunch of new toys in over the last couple of weeks, and lots of good stuff. So how about we go ahead and get started with that? This weekend's event is called Shaken, Not Stirred. Sort of kind of like Bond, James Bond. Yeah, that's how he likes his. What are they? Martinis. So. Let's move on with that. Fighting this event to unlock a 3, 4, or 5-star Skids or Knockout, and they didn't provide the totals to me, and I did not feel like adding up all of the values. So there's a whole bunch of 3-star shards, a whole bunch of 4 and 5-star shards, and premium shards, a bunch of Spark and Combiner Spark, G-Metal chips, gold chips, total Spark, total shard crystals, and of course some Skids and Knockout character shards there. So Grand Galvatron is saying we got that title because Knockout turns into an Aston Martin. Okay, there you go. I don't know my cars that well, but I'll take your word for it. You're usually a pretty reliable source of information. And no, you're not the only person saving 30,000 4-star shards from Fortress Maximus. I'm actually just this close. Once we crack the shard crystals from the last event, I'll probably pass that. So this event is called an endurance event. It's basically taking the place of the leaderboard. I don't know if leaderboards are totally a thing of the past, but basically what this is there's a set point value that you need to reach as an alliance, where you can unlock a 3-star. You hit another higher point value to unlock the 4-star. Then you hit an even higher point value to unlock a 5-star. You're not competing with anybody. You hit that point value as the alliance, and everybody gets it. So there's going to be a lot more 5-star versions of these going around than there would on a typical leaderboard, because it used to be only 5 alliances would get it. Now, as many alliances as score the amount. Starts at the usual Friday start time, ends at the usual Monday stop time. One big prize list and Super XP throughout the event. Didn't quite update this slide. I missed this one, but basically, forget points about the leaderboard or whatever. It's a normal. Got to be headquarters level 4, be an alliance, and hit the yellow event button, pick his zone, win the battle, collect the points, and collect the prizes. That's it. Forget the points. Forget the part about the leaderboard. Standard battle zones. And here is the list of the prize list. One thing I did notice that's not on here was 2-star bots. So I guess we're just not giving out 2-star bots anymore. The good news is the 3-star bot is at 250,000. It's a little bit of work. I think our alliance could reach that. We generally don't hit that high, but I believe in ourselves we can do it if we try. So non-toxic gamers out there, we're shooting for 250,000. Let's get that 3-star bot. And there's all sorts of prizes all along throughout the event. 1.5 million as an alliance, you guys get the 4-star bot, and if you hit 3.5 million, you can get the 5-star bot. Even though I see now that it's actually kind of covered, but I think you can figure it out. Plus, I just told you. So there you go. 3.5 million gets you the 5-star bot. 1.5 million gets you the 4-star. 250,000, 250,000 gets you the 3-star. And somewhere along the line after the 3-star gets you the shards. Also in that is in the higher tiers after the 4-star bot, they do have total spark and total shard crystals. They didn't confirm what they were, but this is what the total spark crystals have been. And here's what the total shard crystals have been generally. Most people who are going to be scoring that high probably have lots of experience with these 2 types of crystals and don't need this information. But hey, if you didn't know, now you know. And so let's talk about Skids. Skids isn't just fast, he's slick. He seems to glide into battle, whether in robot or vehicular mode. After a fast burn of acceleration, he's able to apply his brakes and come to a full stop on a dime, as it were. The only problem, he's easily distracted, as his former anthropologist role on Cybertron makes Earth and humans endlessly fascinating to him. In robot mode, he wields a liquid nitrogen rifle and an electron rifle, and his capacity for data storage is second to none. So there is the profile for Skids, and his counterpart is Knockout. Knockout has all the moves. He's the kind of moving target no enemy can get a bead on. Weaving, dodging, ducking, diving, all at an effortless high speed. Blink and you'll miss him, and he's already behind you. Ready with one of his patented close-range taps with his syringe gun, which shoots a variety of lethal and non-lethal but debilitating payloads. On Cybertron, he was a surgeon, and his attacks have a distinctly surgical precision about that. Don't take your optic off him for a moment. It may be your last. So there you go. That explains he's not a medic like a lot of people wanted, but they did in his backstory say he was a surgeon on Cybertron. And honestly, if you think back to the Transformers Prime show, yes, he did some medical stuff, but he was also out there mixing it up with everybody. So, that's a good point. They talk about his melee skills, but he's a gunner. Hey, come on. Okay, so their ability is called the Toxic Strike, You call in a toxic strike at a nearby location, deals damage in an area over a few seconds. So it looks like a typo there. It deals 1.5 damage to walls, minions, and outpost bots. And that is probably the key difference. A lot of people saying, oh, this is just rust dust all over again. But it does do extra damage to the walls, minions, and outpost bots. Plus, his range is a little bit farther out for that to be able to deploy his ability. There you go. Before we get into the game update, we can take a look. These are the toys that these two characters are based on. We've got Legacy Skids and Legacy Prime Universe Knockout over here, who I was able to luckily get. It was a couple of weeks ago now, but when they first announced these guys, I didn't have this Knockout, and I was like, oh man, why can't I have it yet? And then like the next day he shipped. So there you go. We've got Skids and we've got Knockout. These are the two new bots coming to the game this weekend in Transformers Earth Wars. Let's go back to the slideshow. So we've got a game update. I found this interesting. Power core trading. And so if you want to read all this, it's probably easier if you happen to have the newsletter. If not, you can always pause the screen to read through it. Basically, if you've got a lot of power cores and you want to be able to fuse them easier with it than just like tap, 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 you can send in a ticket. And if you have at least 100 of a building core or 100 of a bot core, you can trade those in for a single core that's equivalent, I'm assuming, that you can easily fuse to upgrade the power cores for your bots in buildings. And basically, no matter what you trade in, you get back either a building death pulse or a bot death pulse. Basically, two of the most useless cores. Not completely useless, but they're definitely low on the totem pole. That's why you're getting those back. That way you can't just go and start getting great power cores this way. But you cannot trade in building cores for bot material. You can't trade in bot cores for building material. Why would you want to do this? Here's more of it. There's no actual cost. It's an even swap, but you just got to write in a request, and they tell you how to do that. It says select general questions. Be absolutely specific which cores you want to exchange to make it faster and less tedious. And you can also do that by sending an in-game ticket. Why would you want to do this? Honestly, the only reason why is maybe you're not really ready to be leveling up power cores yet. Maybe you've got a shortage of energon, but you're starting to get that, hey, your power core inventory is full message. Anytime you crack a crystal and you get a new bot, hey, your inventory is full. Hey, your inventory is full. You're losing power cores. Hey, your inventory is full. You're losing power cores. What this does, this allows you to take all that big, massive bronze or silver or even gold power cores and combine them all into one single fusing material that doesn't take up the space in your power core inventory. That's pretty much it. That's the only possible reason I could think for having this ability is just because you got way too many power cores that you're losing some when you crack and get duplicates, but you don't want to fuse just yet for whatever reason. That's the only possible reason I can think of for doing this. And hey, it's cool. It's an option for you. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost energon. Doesn't cost alloy. Or anything like that. So, Super VH is saying too much work. He's saying we should work smarter, not harder, just merge them. This may be a precursor to that. I have a feeling something like this is not something they're going to want to do indefinitely. So I have a feeling that this may be actually something we will be able to do in-game without a ticket at some point. Remember the cyber passes, gifting the cyber passes? You could do that, but you had to send in a ticket and purchase the certain level of coins and then say who you wanted to do. But now you can actually gift the cyber pass in game without it needing to involve support. I have a feeling this is going to follow the same path. Right now, you can do this by sending in a ticket, but at some point, we'll probably see this as a feature in the game where you can just press a button. So maybe. Honestly, as far as power cores go, I would like to basically, I'd like to be able to sort because I've got so many. I've used up all my bronze cores because I got tired of having them. I used them up; they're gone. But I still got a ton of silver cores, and those are the ones I fuse because it keeps the inventory clear, and you get a lot more of them. I would much rather be able to sort by, and put all the silver cores at the top instead of, because anytime I want to do something, I gotta scroll past all the G metal and the gold and the prime cores and whatnot. I scroll for 10 minutes just to get down to the silver cores to go and tap. So if anything, that is what I would like. Forget the trading. Give us a way to sort or filter. Filter. Show me just the silver cores. That's what I'd like. So there you go. Like Silverbolt said, it's mainly for guys that are maxed on cores. So if you're not getting that message saying that you're missing out on cores, you don't even need to worry about this. If you guys have followed Skyward Greer, where is he, by the way? I haven't seen anything from him in a while, but he's done this before. He goes off. He's got other things going on. He would crack crystals, and he would always, everybody say, you need to fuse your cores, because he would get that message every single time. This is who that's for. So there you go. It's trading core food for core food. That makes no sense. But basically, let's think about this. Since you mentioned food, let's think about this in a way. I'm going to go here, so it's a little bit, while we're pondering, trying to come up with a metaphor. Okay, so say you've got a pantry with a whole bunch of ingredients. You got flours, you got eggs, you got milk, you got sugar, and all that. It's stuffed full. But you need to get more of those ingredients or whatever, but you can't fit them in your pantry. Well, what's something you could do? Well, you can take all of that stuff and you can fuse it into a cake, which is going to eventually take up less space. You put that back in the pantry. Now you got more room for flour and eggs and sugar and all that stuff. Make sense? No? Probably just made you hungry, right? Sorry about that. Let's move on. All right. So where were we? Okay, power core trading. Enough of that. Okay, so I do want to mention this. There is a toy giveaway coming, and I don't have this up yet. I still need to confirm a few things. So this is a picture you may have seen in the newsletter. The Hasbro sent Space Ape a bunch of toys. This is the Constructicon, 2 of each of the Studio Series Constructicon Hightower, Drift, and then Siege, Megatron, Springer, and Chromia. So there's 2 of each of them. And they're going to be doing giveaways to you guys. And they have said that us content creators can collect names. I think we did this a while back. And I'm trying to get confirmation if they're going to be doing giving away one for a winner from each of our groups, or if it's collecting all the names from all of us into one big group and one toy giveaway for all the content creators. That's how it was done last time. That's how I think they'll do it this time. But I'm not going to put up the giveaway. But you can see them at the Discord link to my server, the link to my Discord server there on the screen. It's also in the description of the video. Go over there. Keep your eyes on the giveaways channel, because that's where I will put this when I get confirmation. So I just want to be very clear before we put it out there, making you think whether you're going to be able to whether if you win from my group, you'll definitely get it, or if you're just lumped in with a bunch more. And also this another good thing is whether you get to choose them or whether it's going to be random. So I'll try to get some of those details. I may not be able to get an answer to the choose a random, but Anime and Manga Guy is probably correct that it's probably going to be random. So yeah, just keep your eyes open. And if you go over there now, I am running the giveaway to give out loot links as we do every week. I do it every week when there's a stream. Last week, other things going on with the hurricane coming through, and made it through fine. But it was not time to stream in the middle of a hurricane. Luckily, made it through, but so there was no giveaway last week. But we got that just means more codes to give out over the next couple of weeks. So yeah, head on over there to the Discord. Go to the hashtag giveaways channel, and you can just click the little emoji, and you'll be entered, and it's a random draw. And here's what's going on. It's the you can if you win one of those, and there are multiple winners for this. If you get one of those links, you win Engineer Hoist Secret Stash, where you can win up to either 10,000 premium shards, 10,000 spark, 10,000 combiner spark, or 10,000 combat spark. And it's a fun time to be had by all, except for when you only get 1,000 shards, which it was the end of the month, and I had one left over. I actually did a giveaway for like 10 links, and only 9 people entered, so there was one left over, so somebody had to use it, so I used it. I got 1,000 premium shards, which was, of course, Dupe City. But it is one duplicate a Dupe City. So, yeah, it's all good. And that was the only time that I've used one of those links that I wasn't just testing it. Yeah, I give all these out to you guys. I don't save any of them for myself. It's all about doing it for you guys. All right, so for the community corner, there was a whole bunch of entries. And I've been saying it all along that I'm going to have to kind of limit how much we do. And this is one of those days that it's happening. So since it's been 2 weeks, I kept 2 entries from each person if there were more than 2. So if you guys don't see what you've got, that's what it is. We've got it down. We're just going to go 2. In future weeks, it may just be 1. Or I might still do 2. We'll see. But we're not. If you put in 50 entries, I appreciate it. I love everything that you do, but I can't do it. So, but I am going to change. For those of you who know what I'm talking about and how we're doing it in Discord, you probably have seen the note that I put in there. I'm going to change how to do it. So, whatever you do submit will remain. I won't be removing anything after I make the slides. I will keep everything in place for perpetuity, and you'll see how it works when we go do it. So here we go. First up, we got Razorquake 46, and he got himself a. Well, let's see. Do I see the battle damage? No, this must be Legacy Galvatron. And so he's recreating the War for Cybertron trilogy, and Megatron with his fusion cannon aimed at his, "You don't decide my fate, I decide yours." Well done. Well done. Well done. Let's see. And then out of all of your car creations, you knew I was going to pick this one, right? G1 Hot Rod style on a Lambo. And yeah, it kind of makes me wish I had another Sideswipe right now, because this is a great idea. So yeah, very cool, very cool. All right, so Prime and Duncan has been submitting Lego Transformer creations. So been working on basically 3 of them. We got Sky Striker, who is the leader, we suppose. Velcro is an ex-Decepticon, and the unnamed scientist doesn't quite have the parts to make into arms or to finish the legs. So I suppose it's okay they don't have a name right now, since they don't totally have a whole body either. So, so there you go. Razorquake said about Hot Rod. I knew that's what you'd pick. Yeah, I'm pretty predictable. Should have worn my Hot Rod shirt, but instead I got the other Prime on today. All right, so, and I thought this was pretty cool. It looks like we're working on a combiner there with the Legos, so we've got the torso going. So well done, Prime and Duncan. I do look forward to your Lego creations every week. And Hat Kid has got a combiner lab there. I love how you've got this all together. You've got the Superion in there, or is it really Superion? We've definitely got Silverbolt, the torso for Superion. In full Scramble City style, we've got, let's see, what is that? Moon Racer and Trax and Slug. I can't quite make out who the other lady is. I think that is, I can never remember these guys. Dreadwind or Darkwing, one of those guys. So very cool. And Bulkhead and Shoulder Pads Prime are supervising. I do like how it's on a box, like on a raised platform with the shelves and the Christmas lights there. It looks like it's under a table. Very cool way to present the scene. Well done. And similarly, we've got what it probably looks like in the shuttle when we're heading to a con base. You've got the combiner in the back. You got Grimlock there. You got Ultra Magnus, who's kind of only half dressed in his armor. Trax, Blaster, and I think Jazz is back over there. Blur kind of hiding there behind the Shoulder Pads Prime. It's hard to tell with the shoulder pads, but there you go. It's Christmas. It's only October. Well, you could use those lights for any kind of usage. Call them rim lights is what I've seen. Plenty of buildings have lights like that, especially at Disney. They do that where they'll outline buildings with just white lights for decoration or whatever, not necessarily for Christmas. But yeah, it's really cool. I definitely like that. Let's see what's up. Hat Glitch is got a real nice sword fight going on here with the Blitzwing and Shoulder Pads Prime, and looks like they must have arrived at the con base and were met by Blitzwing and Bulkhead, not doing too well back over there. So I guess he tried first. Then the sword won out over his wrecking ball, but then Shoulder Pads Prime hopped in there, or something. And in the meantime, Eject missed the shuttle, so he had to jump in a little helicopter. So yeah, I like that. This made me laugh. And PB2 with the Minecraft creations. I want to say Rodimus Prime. I forget to remember, but Rodimus Prime. There, he's got the bigger spoiler. And we also have G2 Ironhide, who will be the. He's not from this Cyberpass, is he? That's next Cyberpass. I can't remember. Oh, and I just accidentally closed the thing. Oh, I've got the test account up. So yeah. Anyway, G2 Ironhide. I can't remember what's going on from week to week sometimes. And we've also got Senator Hydrangea, also known as Grand Galvatron, in the chat over here. Speaking of which, always helping me along when I'm not sure of things. Says Ironhide is the next one coming alongside with Scrapper. And if you didn't know, Grand Galvatron is a prolific embroiderer and always doing excellent images of existing and even new creation bots like Senator Hydrangea here. And I believe this was actually shared in the newsletter last week, maybe. So congrats on that. And love how bright the colors are in the sunlight. The sunlight doesn't really come across in the picture, but I can only imagine. But yeah, well done. It's always beautiful, the embroidery that you do. And the fact that it's your own designs just makes it just that much more wonderful. So thank you for that. And that's going to do it for the slideshow. If you happen to be watching somewhere other than YouTube, youtube.com/engineerhoist. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter for infrequent behind-the-scenes content. And let me see how I can do this credits thing, because like I said, my button isn't working. Okay, we're just going to go blank. So thank you to all of my channel members and my oh, it's not there. Oh my goodness. And moderators. That's weird. So something's not working. I think I might need to do an update. So thank you to everybody. I do appreciate the support here in the Discord server. Oh my word! Uh, so anyway, let's go over here. Last time we had Fortress Maximus under test. I didn't have the disclaimer at the top. I added that disclaimer, and that's when I realized that all my things don't work. But I can still at least control them directly in OBS. I can't use my fancy little buttons. And the problem is things like the credits are not in the same OBS scene. So they're in kind of like a sub scene that I pull in there. So I need to use the buttons to make it work. It's technical. If you don't understand, don't worry about it. So,
Autobots, roll out.
Let's go and so I thought this was going to be an appropriate comparison with Skids and Rust Dust. So I have them. They are both at the same level. So here is Skids. He's a level 51, level 8 ability. And he does 2,796 damage in an area over 10 seconds. And then he does have that extra 1.5 times damage to walls, minions, and outpost bots. And you can see his damage and health is roughly equivalent, and movement speed and range and all that stuff is roughly equivalent to that of a gunner. Rust Dust, in the meantime, instead of two, I could have sworn I had her at a higher level. Let's fix that. Oh, wait, did I do... wait, I think I might have leveled up the 5-star. Yeah, I did. That's what it was. All right, so here we go. So now, equal footings. 5-star Rust Dust, 51, 8. Instead of 2,700-something 96, I think it is 2,664 damage over 10 seconds. Fire instead of toxic. So Skids does a little bit more damage and has that extra little bonus for the same level, same ability level. Then also, if you look at the damage and the health, because she's a special bot, kind of like a scout, she moves faster, attacks from a short range, more health, but less DPS. So, and the ability cost is also a little bit lesser Rust Dust. It starts at 4, and then it's 3 plus 3 for each additional use, whereas Skids is, where was I? 5 for the initial one, and then plus 3. So it's just a little bit more for Skids, but you do get a little bit extra damage plus that extra boost. So I think that's fair. So there's your there's a good comparison, and let's go team him up in his Zone 10 battle. So this we could also take a look at the relative ranges of them. So let's chart them both over here. So there is Skids range. You can see it makes it almost to that laser and that mortar there, and Rust Dust is not quite as far, but she does actually get there quite quick because she moves so fast. So the Skids, the range for Skids is farther, but Rust Dust pretty much closes that gap pretty quickly if there's room to close. You can see that then, you know, they working side by side, they do essentially the same thing, as most people have figured out. So they're reaching about the same spot, that wall up there by the headquarters, but Rust Dust is much closer. Well, it's not quite where I wanted to put it, right on top of them. But, you know, that happens when you're testing things out. And then I just basically killed the headquarters with one shot from Fortress Maximus.
It is over. Finished.
Indeed, Optimus Prime. So there you go. That is Skids versus Rust Dust. I don't think there's a whole lot more to show off. And besides, if you want to try them out more, you got a challenge battle there in the game already. Go in there now. You get the challenge battle. It's Skids along with Rotor Storm, Minerva, Twin Twist, and somebody else. Shatterglass Jetfire. So for the Decepticons, that would be Knockout with Flatline, Trigger Happy, Shatterglass Starscream, and who's counter to Twin Twist? Celagon? Decepticons confirm, please. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my main account. It's going to take a minute to switch over. Prime and Duncan says yes. I was correct in the conversions, I think. So I'll take that as a yes. William Wilkinson says yes as well. So good. I know my stuff. All right. So what am I doing? Oh my goodness. I held that intentionally long for anybody who wanted a screenshot, so if you missed it, it's your fault. Catch it on the replay. I know. Okay, now I legit forgot what I was doing there. Okay, so I almost hit that button that doesn't work. Okay, so now it's not a test account anymore. Oh my gosh. It's crazy sometimes. Technical issues. Yeah, technical issue with my brain is that one. Messing up, indeed. Oh my gosh. Okay, so in addition to the 374 crystals we have, if you notice, there's a little 8 down there. That's because I have a 5-star combat chip to collect. And normally I would ask you guys which batch to pull from, but I know which batch I'm pulling from. Let's go ahead and go do that. We'll be in here again, I'm sure, because I've got shard crystals. So there's my status of the 3-star and 4-star shards. 36,000. That's probably enough. I could pull some 3-star crystals if I wanted to out of that. 29,278 4-star shards. I'm pretty sure I'll get enough 4-star shards out of that shard. I think it's 120 shard crystals. Pretty sure that'll push me over the 30,000. So I'll be all set for when the 3-star and 4-star part for Fort Max gets released, assuming they do it the same way they did Metroplex, which I'm pretty sure they will. Pretty close to another 5-star crystal. And is it just me, or did the music turn off? I might have to restart the game. Well, let me go ahead and grab this, and then we'll restart with the music. All right, so I'm going to go for Legacy 2 because I'm hoping to get Top Shot. Rung would be nice too. Smashdown just okay. Trenchfoot, I would rather be if I can get everybody but Trenchfoot, I'll move on to a different Legacy. Let's just say, but if I get them, I'll use them. But Top Shot's a big prize. All right, so I'm gonna put my face back on the screen and back out. And because I had the game up already, and when you have the game up and then you switch back to it, the music doesn't always start playing. So that's what happens there. And Amy Anderson is saying I jinxed it by saying what I did not want. So Prime and Duncan enjoyed the last event. Got the 5-star Laser Optimus Prime shared on the Discord. The shoulder pads Prime. Well done. And the music's back. Okay, cool. I didn't actually grab the crystal, so let's go ahead and do that now. Legacy 2, done. Use shift now? Yes, indeed. Well, I'm not going to do this one just yet. So first up, we're going to get these G2 skins, which you're not seeing the phone. There it is. G2 Blades. G2 Blades. And G2, who is it, Brawl? There we go. So let's go ahead and go put those on, shall we? And yeah, let's go ahead and put it on. Go ahead and put it on my 5-star. Here we go, and boom! We got blue blades. Nice. Nice thing about the skin cores, if you don't like them, you can just take them off. It doesn't cost you. It doesn't cost you anything to swap them. And we got Brawl, right? So G2 Brawl coming at you. And boom! Looking like a Constructicon there with the purple and neon green. There you go. All right, so we got 72 premium crystals, 14 combat chips. Like I said, 120 of these total shard crystals. Got a gold chip. Let's go ahead and do that now. Get that, reduce this list a little bit. XP, okay. Oh, and I think this G Metal is probably a G Metal XP. I think these are the Cyber Pass rewards. I was just going to say I did complete the Cyber Pass, but we just saw the skins. So I probably could have cracked those off screen. But we got a couple of other gold chips. These I'm pretty sure are actual chips, like from the event or something. And that's food. Oh, definitely food. And that's nice, but this is the one thing I don't have any G Metal of. I've got plenty of gold guided missiles, but I don't have a single one for my missile launchers. And trithyllium plating, not trilithium, trithyllium. All right, so, and I did get the bundle with the, whatchamacallit. Who was it? There goes the Brit again. Nightstick. And I think Trip Up was the other one. So we got like 160 the combat chips to go through. Let's do these premium ones first. I accidentally, the bundle I think came with 15, or maybe that was the event. I accidentally tapped one earlier, and it was just a duplicate, as you may expect. Bundle was Shattered Glass Gold Bug, asks Cuddy Fox. It's funny. Every time I go in there, you know how they present you with bundles for 4-star bots that you're missing? Seems like the only one I get is Punch. And I don't care about Punch. I mean, I like the character. I like the toy. But in-game, I don't care about Punch. Shattered Glass Gold Bug, now that's another story. I would probably go do that just to mess with Razorquake over there. No, I wouldn't. I'm kidding. It wouldn't be as fulfilling if I actually went targeted for that. And it would be mean, actually, to do that. So I wouldn't actually ever do that. But we will rub it in your face and give you a hard time if it comes through a premium crystal. So... So this is going about the way that we would expect so far. And let's go ahead and do these shard crystals. I wonder if it would. It's obviously not going to happen to get that many 5-star shards. Like have them be all 5-star shards. But it's what 4 out of 5 so far. If they were all, would it be enough to get a new 5-star crystal tonight? That'd be interesting to see how close we can get. We are getting some more premium shards though. What I really want are 4-star shards, of which I got none. Can you imagine? All I need is like 8. I think they come. There's one. They come 100. If I get 8 of those, I'll be all set for Fortress Maximus. Not that I can do anything about it tonight, but still, it'd be nice to know that it's done. So the question is, do I leave it as is and trust that they'll do what they did before and have it be only 30,000 for Fortress Maximus, or be worried that it might actually be more? Because if I'm going to trust that it's going to be 30,000, which I think it is, that would mean as soon as I hit 32,500, I can go ahead and grab a crystal. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I want to make sure, basically, right now, until we get the Fort Max coming in, leave the 4-star shards as a minimum of 30,000 once I get there. That's kind of what I was doing for the 3-star shards. I think it was 20,000. So I'll keep that as a minimum of 20,000. So that's what, six of those. So we're almost there. Razor Quake says, if I see a Shatterglass Gold bundle pop up, he will be mine. Oh yes, he will be mine. If I could give you the duplicates, I would. Alas, it is not allowed in the game. Yeah, I think that should put us over 30,000. If we get a new 5-star, who am I hoping for? You know, I don't know. Yeah, I've actually kind of been in the back of my mind. A spark, no pun intended, is kind of forming that I'm not sure if I'm super excited about some of the 5-star bots that are out there, and maybe it's time to save them up for that Omega Supreme. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm doing that yet, but I said I would never do that for the Omega Supreme. But you know, there's like a tiny little spark that's kind of making me want to think that maybe just do it and get it out of the way. I don't know. Who was left in that? So let's see. I got Strafe and 6-Gun out of the most recent batch. There's who's left? Dinobot and Jetfire and Minerva. Those are all pretty good bots. I'd probably go for that bundle again. No one wants Trenchfoot. Yeah, right. But Top Shot is so good, it's worth risking Trenchfoot to try to get Top Shot. I know there's probably other better ones, but I like Top Shot. You know, he's good. He's good for gunners or for cup or something like that. So. The best 5-star combat legacy? You mean the best one to go for? Like overall? I like Legacy 1 The only problem with that is you do have Fire Drive in there, which is probably worse than Trenchfoot. But you do have Flak, and you got Horror Crater Maker, Night Stalker, Ravage, and you got a lot of other good ones in there. Still got 40 of these shard crystals left. If you get Trenchfoot first, it's out of the way. Yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. If I get, in fact, Fire Drive was my first one. I was like, well, I got it out of the way. Wait, no, Terraxodon was the first one. Fire Drive was the second. I'm like, okay, well, it's out of the way now. I don't have to worry about it. And kind of like Nexus Prime was the Nexus Prime core. I got that about halfway through. I'm like, okay, good, it's out of the way. It's still a level 1, by the way. I know Nexus Prime Core can be useful at higher levels, but I don't compete at the higher levels, so it's pointless to me. And that's okay. You don't have to use everything in the game. Managed to pull Flak on your first 5-star combat chip and Terraxodon, aka Chicken Stick, by the way, on the second combat chip. Yes, you did. That was quite magical. Must have dipped your hand in the Golden Lagoon before you tapped that. You know, you had the lucky finger tapping your screen. That reminds me, we don't have Beachcomber in the game yet, do we? Good name. I have to admit, I didn't come up with that, but you know, somebody else said that, and I thought it was funny, so I like to repeat it. So I won't take credit for coming up with it, but I definitely keep it alive. Kind of like Death Chicken. Something about chicken. I don't know. But yeah, like Death Chicken for Deathsaurus. That wasn't my creation, but I keep it alive. Monkey Prime and Shoulder Pad. Well, I don't know about Monkey Prime. Shoulder Pads Prime, I'm pretty sure was me. Monkey Prime might have been. That's a good question. I didn't mention it during the news. Did they put it in the newsletter? I think they did. I just forgot to copy it over. So yeah, if you're, you know, you guys probably have heard the news that the sagas, you know how we do the sagas where we get like a new bot every 4 to 5 weeks or whatever, and that's also where the storyline goes. That's why they call it a saga. Instead of 4 to 5 weeks, they're going to be doing it every 8 weeks now. So a new bot every 8 weeks and a new combat bot every 4 weeks. And they did say that the combat bots, up until now, including last week when they released them, the only way to get the new combat bot when it first gets released is to buy a bundle. That's the only way. Otherwise, you have to wait for it to show up in the crystals or the chips after a certain amount of time before you can even have a chance to get the 2-star. So what they're going to do now is every 4 weeks, they're going to have a combat bot event where I think they said they're going to do it like a chance event, subject to change. But you will have an opportunity to win the new combat bot from event crystals, similar to how we've doing the new bots, which I think is fantastic. I love that change that they decided to do that to make the new combat bots available in events. And then so basically we'll still be getting something new every 4 weeks. It's just it'll be combat then bot, combat then bot. So I think that's cool. And then be 3 weeks, so we'll probably have at least one individual event, probably a Prime Core event, and then some other kind of Alliance event. So I like that. I like the new Saga format and that they're going to go do. I particularly love the fact that they're going to be releasing combat bots through event crystals. So how did we do? Oh my gosh, so close to a 5-star crystal. One more duplicate, we've got a 5-star crystal. Oh, and look at that. We're actually 32,700. I didn't catch who that was, but thank you for subscribing, my friend. We actually have enough for a 4-star crystal and still stay above 30,000. And we only need one dupe for a 5-star crystal. But you know what would happen? That 4-star crystal would be a new bot. But we do also have, well, we started with 74, and we're going to be getting 25 more crystals. So we've got like almost 100 premium crystals. The chances of a 4-star duplicate out of that many crystals, pretty good that it's going to be at least one. So I think we'll be cracking a 5-star crystal and a 5-star combat crystal chip. I always say crystal. I bet you guys do too. All right, 97. 97. Let's do them individually first. Just do it. See, that's something else that doesn't work. That my Shia LaBeouf just do it thing that doesn't work because of the technical difficulty. So thank you. At least I could use you for doing that. So I can't do that. So that's another one of those things that the technical difficulty is not working. Grr. Yeah, I see you guys saying who else is missing. Braun, Gears, Blue Streak, Wind Charger. There's a lot of what I would call big names. Still yet to come to the game. Rekgar. It seems like everybody talks about missing Autobots. Throw out some missing Decepticons. Are there any Decepticons out there that we haven't seen? Any classic G1 Decepticons? Paddles. Yeah, there's Paddles always. Somebody always remembers Paddles. Thank you, Grand Galvatron. The rest of the Rainmakers, yes, that's true. We've got Acid Storm, but there's Ion Storm, Nova Storm. There was also a Sun Storm. I think it comes around. Hot Link, Bitstream, basically, there's about 1,000 different Seekers. Just color them different colors, and you can bring them in. Sound Blaster, yeah, the Seacons for sure. The Sweeps, Scourge's Friends, yes. Weird Wolf, right? Yeah. Tarn, oh, that's something else we should need to talk about. Did you guys see Pulsecon? We're getting a Legacy Tarn. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the 2 Tarns I have from Mastermind Creations and Iron Factory, but the fact that we're getting the mainline Tarn is exciting. A lot of cool stuff revealed. Should you embroider Tarn? Can I say no? No. Can I say? How could I say no? I mean, yes, absolutely. I said that wrong. Absolutely. Why would I say no? So yes, Tarn. Misfire is another one that's missing. No, I think we have Misfire. Slugslinger, though. Slugslinger. Yes, I caught that on the poster too. They didn't say anything. I have a feeling that was. Remember, if you watched it, they said they revealed them, and they said there was an issue not being able to reveal a leader class because they revealed this typical 2 Voyagers, like 4 Deluxes, and the Syncor class, but no leader class. Normally, there's a leader class when they reveal. So they were like, "Oh yeah, we didn't get it. We didn't get finished with it." I have a feeling that Armada Prime was going to be the leader class that they were going to reveal, but they weren't ready yet. So mark my words. that Armada Prime is going to be the leader class. I mean, it makes sense, right? I don't know much about Armada, but I know that all Optimus Primes tend to come with trailers or some other kind of thing that just makes them, big and bulky and leader sized. Dropping Legacy Menasor, if he's confirmed.
Deploy.
Unless they pull Legacy Motor Mess. Like make him Commander class. Ooh, that's a good point. Okay, a minimum of leader class. I still think he's going to be leader class, but that's a good point. I sometimes forget Commander class is a thing. That's a good point.
Now, reap the whirlwind.
And I didn't even think about it, but some people have said you see the Nemesis coming in from the side, the Decepticon ship. Like we got the Ark and Kingdom. It's quite possible that we might be the Titan for this wave or for this evolution or whatever. Could be the. Excuse me, I was talking, dude. It could be the Nemesis. So that would be interesting.
Now, reap the whirlwind.
Oh, it meant like the big box, but for no reason. yeah, that's great. It's like it wasn't going to work for them either way. They put that in there and made the box the size of a commander class, so you would think that you're getting the value because when you see the commander class price, it should be a bigger box. Because I'm sure there would be complaints like, oh, that box is so small, why is it that price? But instead, so they put it in the big box, so it would seem more appropriate for the price. But then we just complain about there being so much space. Can't win. And, some people are just going to complain about anything. I mean, they can put out the absolute perfect product, the perfect packaging, the perfect everything. Someone's going to find some reason to complain.
Now, reap the whirlwind.
Figure to box ratio, right? Yeah, the Shatterglass Ultra Magnus was another one that had a fairly a smaller figure to box ratio, meaning the box was a little oversized for the figure itself.
Deploy.
All right, so I haven't even really been paying attention to what's going on there because the chat's been interesting, but it's definitely all been Dupe City.
Deploy. Now, reap the whirlwind. Deploy.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's Twitter or Facebook or YouTube. There's some people out there that are just going to complain about anything. I'm not calling anybody out, but some people are just going to complain about anything.
Way to go, Snake Eyes!
Concentrate your fire.
Going off topic a little bit, but yeah, I did actually see that. Thoughts on the Mario trailer? I think it looks great. I think they did a good thing. And basically, you know what it reminded me? It reminded me of like a cutscene from one of the modern Mario games. Because you know how games work. You got the gameplay, but then in between like levels or whatever, you have a little cutscene that they do. It reminded me of like a cutscene from one of the Mario games, and I think that's perfect. That's exactly what they need to do. None of this live action nonsense. I had my internal censor going on there. Yeah, none of this live action nonsense. Just give us a good animated Mario movie, and I'm looking forward to it. All right, so there we go. I didn't even see if we got a 4-star duplicate. We did not actually, but we can get one. Watch it. Okay, so I had enough. You guys said do it. We got it. We got a 4-star crystal. We need a duplicate. We want a duplicate. Oh, look, we actually got a duplicate. Amazing. It actually worked out. Okay. Okay, so this one, 6-gun, strafe. We got them already. They're over level 50, doing well. Minerva, Jetfire, Dinobot. I would be happy with any of them. 100%. Getting that one. But first, we've got Combat Chip Dupe City to go through. Okay, Sawtooth was the one. And the other one is, well, Nightstick. Oh, here we go. 3-star Nightstick. There we go. Speaking of Pulsecon, you guys, some of you guys out there at least, know few, with he does all those awesome Transformers reviews. Wasn't it cool to see him hosting the pre game of the Pulsecon? That was pretty cool. He doesn't do a lot of live streams. I think he just did one like yesterday. I'm pretty sure that was the first one ever he's done. Personally, I think he did a great job hosting that, and he did a good job on his live stream. I watched most of the live stream. He did a opening. Trifecta, like that. I don't even know what he does. I don't even know what his ability is. I forget. I'll see. I'll look it up. Oh my. Other than Shattered Glass Soundwave and Tarn, favorite reveal was Armada Hotshot. You know what's funny is I actually have those pictures loaded up, and I was thinking we might talk about them at some point during the stream. I know most people, as soon as it gets revealed, they hop on, make a video and stuff like that, and I just got so much going on, I can't do it. But I was thinking maybe we could talk about them, take a look at them. There were some reveals today, too. It wasn't a Pulsecon or anything, but there was some reveals today, too, which I think are pretty cool. And PB2 does a good job scouring the internets for the news and post them into our toy news channel in our Discord server. So I definitely, I know I saw some of those show up over there. Yeah. But yeah, I got some new bots in over the last couple weeks. So it's, at some point when we get through these crystals, we'll take a look at them. I got some in yesterday. I got a couple came in just today, earlier. And I got a surprise one this past Saturday. Die, mosquito. Oh, right. Okay, so I thank you. Nightstick's abilities. I appreciate it. Finally announced the real name of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Oh, yeah. What was it? Like Tears of Hyrule or something like that? Oh, I'm looking forward to that game, too. I love Breath of the Wild. Been a while since I played it. I might have to go back and start it again. You know, it's funny. I never quite finished the download pack and got the motorcycle the first time through, but I restarted from the beginning and went back through, got all the way to the point, and actually did finish that. And got the motorcycle and then like immediately stopped playing. About as soon as I got the motorcycle, I immediately stopped playing. That's just how it goes sometimes. Tears of the Kingdom. Okay. I knew it was Tears something. See, this is why I don't make Zelda videos. Don't get me wrong, I love the Zelda games. I've loved them from the beginning. And usually, the thing that gets me to buy the new Nintendo system is the Zelda game. I stood in line for the Wii on the release day. That was the only thing. That was the only thing I ever stood in line for. The only game system or anything that I stood in line to get it on the release. And they gave out tickets to people who were lined up. I was the next to last person to get a ticket. And so I got in there. I got my Wii, and I got Breath of the Wild. Or no, it was Twilight Princess on the Wii. And the Switch, it took me a while to find a Switch because I didn't do the same thing. I mean, I went and looked. I looked pretty much constantly. And I got one as soon as I did. And then, of course, Breath of the Wild was the first one. Oh, my gosh. Done 300% runs on a game really enjoy on the way to do the fourth. Yeah, you know, that's when you get one of those games, that's just what you do. You just play it, and then when there's nothing left to do, start back from the beginning. Now, let me tell you, I have no interest in master mode, where it's harder. No. I don't need the challenge. I like living in that world. You know? So to speak. You know? Yeah, I'm glad they did do the hard modes for people that want that. I'm fine with easy mode. When I get a new game, if they have difficulty settings, easy, medium, hard, usually the default is medium. I'll play it for as long as I can on the default setting. And then if I get stuck at some point, I'll drop it right down and won't even care. That's what happened on Fallen Order. I could not. I played on normal difficulty until I got to. I can't remember that guy's name. You know, the guy on Dathomir starts with the M something. He was like the. You know, you thought he was kind of a nice Jedi, but it turned out he was a Sith. One of you guys out there knows his name, but anyway, I had a tough time fighting him with what was the Night Sister, Marin, I think. I could get real close, but I could never quite beat that guy. So I dropped the difficulty, and then crushed him, and then just said, I'm just going to leave it there. Beat Master Mode like 7 times. Wow. You know what's crazy? I watched some of those speed runs that people do on Breath of the Wild, and they finish in like 20 minutes, and they use those stop the time with the bombs, and they just launch themselves halfway across Hyrule, and it's just like I see that, and my jaw just drops on the floor. And I don't think I've ever really attempted something like that. And Red Alert, thank you for your continuing membership. I really do appreciate that. Welcome, and good to see you. Or you might have been here and I missed it. I don't know. But yeah. No, it wasn't Dax. That sounds familiar. Malacost or something like that. I definitely think it was some kind of an M name, but I'm not sure if that's actually it or not. But I definitely know it was on Dathomir. Uh-oh, we get another one. 4-star. Boom, Road Burner. I will take it. We had a duplicate Sawtooth there. Yeah, I didn't think I needed Sawtooth. But, that's like, I went for Nightstick and Sawtooth was in the bundle. So, that's cool. Got a Road Burner out of it, too. This guy here. Okay, cool. Picked up something. Wait on saying when you do. Oh, you got something. Okay, cool. Next Fallen Order is next gen only. Yeah, that'll probably get me to buy the next console. Kind of like Red Dead Redemption 2 made me buy the PS4 because I was fine playing the PS3 games, but then Red Dead 2 was only for PS4, so I picked that up and got that game. Yeah, so probably, and I love Fallen Order too. So when the next game comes out, I'm going to want to play that. So yeah, I'll probably end up picking up the next gen console when that comes out. Oh, it so is. I'm actually on my third playthrough. I completed one game, then I started up a second one, trying to do everything because if you go too far in the story, you miss out on stuff because it only happens early in the game. So I started a second playthrough, but I never quite finished it. And then I started picking that up again. I was like, I don't quite remember where I was. Let's start back over again. So I started back over again. So I played through and I'm about caught up where I was the second time. So I'm played through 1 and 2 halves. And like I said, that's one of those games that I just like living in for a while. Yeah, so something I've actually spent so much time going off hunting and doing other stuff that the gang members come back. Hey, where have you been? We're getting worried about you. I cracked up when the first time that happened. I'm just off in Annisburg or somewhere. Javier rides up. Hey, we've been missing you. What's going on? Where have you been? Swing back by the camp once in a while. Oh, and if you guys haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2, you don't know what I'm talking about, but you might get an idea. And we had another duplicate Sawtooth. Man, odds were good on this one. Just doing my own thing. I also think it's funny when you go and you're putting in all this money at the camp donation box, and when you look, it's like, okay, I just put in $300 and donated, $400 worth of trinkets and stuff like that, and they're like, hey, you really need to chip in more, Arthur. It's like, dude, look at the ledger. Look who has the biggest donations. You got John over there with the 36-cent rabbit pelt. Come on. I just put in $300. Another 4-star Sawtooth. Holy cow. Too many irons in the fire to play the games we'd want to. Yeah, see, that's usually what happens. When I say I'm getting behind on things like 3D printing and stuff like that, it's usually because I'm in the game. It's one of those things. Like it's like I could focus on this or focus on this, and sometimes I get I just get like I'm in a gaming mode. Like for example, I haven't touched Red Dead in probably about 2 weeks. Yeah, I was playing it like every waking minute there, even though I played it before, but I've been playing it every waking minute for a couple of weeks there just because I was enjoying it so much, and then I kind of went away from it again. So that was a lot of sawtooth there. Man, it was like two of them that last round. So that was what, 4, 5? Man, a lot of good 5-star combat shards. I mean, if we didn't just get a 5-star combat chip, I think we were pretty close to another one. I'm gonna go check anyway. Okay, so there's the 3-star, the 4-star. Yeah, look at that. We literally just got a combat chip, and we're almost halfway to the next one. Wow, that is crazy. Oh yeah, and it says there's 4. That's because of the prime shards. So I've got almost 20,000 prime core shards because I'm just not getting those G metal chips because. So there's rumor or may have been confirmed that something's coming that you'll be able to use the prime core shards for, and so I figured I'd rather save them instead of spending them on what will probably be tactician cores and building cores that I don't need. So have the ape said if there will be any issues with spending thanks to Apple? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I haven't heard of anything like that. Yeah, death pulses, exactly. All right, so this is about the point where I would drag it on and then do my Shia LaBeouf, just do it. But I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And these look so close. I think the one to the left is the combat bot. Let's do it. Prime core for defenses is the rumor. Yeah, cool. Yeah, see, I could go for that. Run. Yes. Avoid a trench foot. He is going on 5-star Ratchet, or maybe not. Let's see who comes out of this. Yeah. It's Rang or Wrong or it's Ring. Anybody who hadn't read the comics wouldn't get it. But yes, okay, so wouldn't it be magical having just got wrong? Oh my gosh, it was. It's magic. The perfect pairing. That's awesome. That is like absolutely perfect. We got the 5-star Minerva and the 5-star combat bot that's perfect for her. And you want to know why? It's because I've got Rung sitting here helping. And while she's not Minerva, she's a pre-tool for Minerva. We've got a Lita 1 over here. That's why that happened. Yes, I gave you a preview of the toy showcase there. Cool. I secretly was hoping for Minerva, but I would have been very equally happy with Dinobot and Jetfire. But as soon as Rug showed up and realizing that Minerva could have come out of there, then I really wanted Minerva. So, like a search. Oh my gosh! Yes, well done. Oh, well done. Oh man. Oh, say Apple's changing price table. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. So, am I going to see that Weird Al biopic? Oh, you mean the one with Daniel Radcliffe? Yeah, I definitely want to see that. Weird Al is a genius, and I love his music, and I definitely want to see that. I mean, Is from what I understand, Weird Al was involved in the production of it, so you know it's got to be good. So, oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. I told you I was going to forget because where is Fortress Maximus? He's all the way over here. You can't even see. Thank you. There we go. Fortress Maximus, Titan unlocked. See, I didn't get the 3-star part, so he's just 2-star, so I wasn't like super motivated to go get him unlocked or whatever. So there we go. Fortress Maximus is there, and he's level 1, so now I can actually go and do some battles and start leveling him up, or I'll probably purchase the catch-up bundle or whatever. Oh, he's got 3 skill points. Okay. What are they doing? Metroplex, back up a step. No comment based on what we just saw. I know that was a quote from the Headmasters or something, but that was Titan's gone wild. Okay, yeah. You guys can use your own imaginations there. Moving on. Oh my gosh. They're playing games, exactly. They're ghosting. You know, they're like working on a clay pot, like in Ghost. All right, so what are we doing now? Oh my gosh, it's already 9:30. Well, we kind of talked about the we kind of talked about the reveal. So let's just go through them quickly. So Pulsecon and then some of the new stuff. We'll go through them. You know, like I said, we'll go through them pretty quick. So first up, we have the Hero is Born set. You know, Alpha Trion and Orion packs. I think we had seen this a while back, but it went live. I did manage to get a pre-order in on this, so I will be getting this. It has not shipped yet, but I am definitely getting this, and I'm very happy about that. I was hoping that I would be able to get it. And so there is Alpha Trion in his alt mode and his bot mode. Obvious retool of Scourge or the sweeps. And some people are like, oh, they're just doing that. It's like, it was obvious. I mean, you know, I even got an extra sweeps thinking that maybe at some time I might turn them into Alpha Trion because it makes sense. And here they just did it officially. Saves me the trouble. And there's Orion packs from Cup, which again makes 100% because there actually was a G1 Orion packs made from a G1 Cup. I think it was official, like some kind of eHobby exclusive or something like that. So, and he looks great. Oh, I thought I did a better picture of but that was like the full shot of him. But yeah, he looks great and did way better than that Power of the Primes, Optimus Prime. I mean, that was pretty cool. The whole gimmick that it was Optimus, you know, Orion packs, and then goes into the trailer or whatever. But I like this one. This is a much better just Orion packs. He's singing. Yeah. I think he's supposed that's the Energon goodie container that Cup comes with. I think you got him pretending that he's talking into a radio, but really he's just having a snack. So, all right. So here we got this is the poster. I know it's probably a little small, but a lot of cool things on there. We got Shoulder Pads Prime on the one side. We got Leo Prime on the other. You got Dinobots in there. You got Crosscut, I see. You got the Junkions down there and a bunch of different Junkions. You got Insecticons down there, including the deluxe Insecticons. The Armada Hotshot. You got Armada Prime plus That big Decepticon face in there. You want to say it's Tarn, but on the stream they said, well, is it Tarn? Personally, I think it's Tarn, but yeah, and I think Breakdown up in the one corner, and like I said, up there by where it says Pulsecon 22 is the Nemesis, and even the Quintesson ship coming in. So, let's see. McFeely says something about Scar going to be part of Volcanicus. They did say we haven't got to that, but yeah, they did say those core class Dinobots, 6 of them to be combining. So there definitely must be another one other than the 5 that we know of. So the question is, would it be Slash or it could be Scar? So it'll be interesting to see. So speaking of those Dinobots, and the subline for this legacy is Evolution, and I don't know if it was just me, but when they were talking about the gimmick of the Evo Fusion, I kept hearing them saying Evil Fusion, like the evil Decepticons. I kept hearing Evil Fusion until I saw it on one of the boxes at Evo. Oh, Evo, like Evolution, and so I'm going to call it Evil Fusion. And it's probably going to sound just right. So, but yeah, so you got Sludge here, and them hips, man. This is what a bot that is. I should point this way. This is what a bot who is designed for a combiner looks like. He's not designed to be a bot. He's designed, to also be part of a combiner. And I believe he's the crotch, which is not an easy thing to do. So this guy was never going to look good. So there you go. So there that's Sludge. And there he is I know the picture's small. I'm sorry. I did this at the last minute, but there he is. They're core class. They're going to combine into Volcanicus. They did confirm it's going to be Volcanicus. There is Slug or Slag. He looks better because he's actually the upper part of the torso, I believe. And the guys who turn into the arms, usually the arms and legs, they're almost always basically just the alt mode with some slight alterations. So those usually work out to be pretty good bots. But anybody that turns into like the crotch, I mean, look at long haul. Long haul toys are usually pretty poor if they if they have the combine the Devastator gimmick. So there you go. So these core class Dinobots are definitely not going to be for everybody. That one doesn't look quite so bad. I'm going to get them just because I like that Dinobots and I like Volcanicus. I know some people are like Dinobots shouldn't combine, and that's fine. I get that opinion. I dig it. So I'll get them. And it is interesting. Some people are thinking, hey, 6 animal type bots combining. Could we be getting a Monstructor? I mean, I'd rather see more of a normal, like deluxe Voyager size bots turning into a Monstructor. But but Monstructor in G1 was like a tiny one, way smaller than the normal combiners. So core class bots becoming a Monstructor actually kind of makes sense if you want to go like the traditional scale. But we'll see. And you already saw a peek of it. Their Sound Blaster is basically the same as that core class Soundwave from, what was it, Kingdom? Fantastic figure. The Soundwave is great. If you like him wearing a black suit, then get this Sound Blaster. That's basically all I can say about that. And he does come with like the little cassette, doesn't transform just like the Soundwave. And then we got Breakdown. The final piece of the Menasor combiner. Looks basically to be the same thing as Wild Rider. So I don't have Wild Rider yet. So they did change the car mode. A lot of people are upset because it doesn't look that much like a Lamborghini, and well, yeah, it doesn't, but it's fine. Yeah, it's like nobody's going to have this dude sitting on their shelf in their car mode. No one. He's going to be in robot mode, or he's going to be slapped on the back of Menosaur's leg. So get over it. It's fine. That's my opinion. If you want to be upset about it, then it's okay with it. It's okay too. But so there you go. Have a good one, Grand Galvatron. Appreciate you being here. Armada Hotshot, and this is cool. I do get this. Wasn't there a joke going around like why my shoulders hurt about this dude? I get it. He's another shoulder pads. He's like Laser Prime's buddy. They got the shoulder pads thing going on. So, but yeah, he's pretty cool. I didn't get all the pictures, but apparently his little visor can go down. His little axle can be like a cannon above his head or whatever. And yeah, pretty cool. Not a super crazy looking alt mode, but I think it's pretty true to what the original toy looked like. So yeah, Armada Hotshot, who was basically the Bumblebee of the kid-friendly character. I mean, yellow and everything of the Armada show. So, and Needle Nose, this one I love because Needle Nose is one of the few G1 toys that I still have in my collection. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's just like a whole jet on his back." Yes, that's exactly what G1 Needle Nose is. The whole jet part of him transforms exactly like the G1. You basically don't do much with the tail. I think you just flip it to the one side, and then the cockpit just kind of folds up onto his back. Really, what this is the G1 Needle Nose with better articulation in the arms and legs, and it's lovely. So yes, this is exactly what Needle Nose is supposed to be. Most of the people complaining about Needle Nose are not familiar with the G1 Needle Nose. The people like me who are in love with this Needle Nose are the ones who know the G1 Needle Nose. And there's room for both of those opinions in this world, and it's fine. So yes, Needle Nose, I'm excited. And so there's the jet mode. If you were to look at this and not know that it was a legacy figure, you would think, oh yeah, it's G1 Needle Nose. Almost. It's not exactly, but it's close. And this one I'm excited for. This is probably the coolest thing, maybe the second coolest thing that they revealed. Scrap Hook, a completely new Junkion, and you remember like the weaponizers and the fossilizers, the dino bones and all where they come apart and you can use them as weapons and stuff like that. That's what these guys do. And it's brilliant that they're doing that with the Junkions because that's what they do. They come apart and they come back together like no big deal. And you can, but the cool thing about it is you can actually transform these guys without taking them apart. You can take them from bot mode to alt mode just like a normal transformer. But they also come apart and you can swap them. And they only revealed this guy, but going by the poster, I would say there's at least 2 others planned. And yeah, and he's a truck. That's right, he's a tow truck. And sure, immediately the Mater jokes started, and it's funny. But yeah, so he looks great. I think he's fantastic. I ordered 3. Because there's endlessly customizable, and you can swap them. You can put I'll probably get multiples of each because I'll have one scrap hook in the exact mode, and then I'll get another of the other one in his design mode, and then I'll take the other 2. I'll swap them into some other different configuration and make them a different bot. That's why I'm getting multiples. Whether I paint them or not, I plan to swap them all into the different configurations. Keep at least one of each normal, and then just swap the others. But yeah, It's great. It's great. Um, Riddler says I have the exact same opinion of the different bots. Yeah, see, that's why we're good friends because we think alike. Not that that's a requirement to be friends. All right, so let's move on. Leo Prime, cool. I've got no nostalgia for the character, but I like a really cool looking bot, and this is a really cool looking bot. If they have detritus, then that's great. Yeah, he's got to be one, right? He's got to be one. So yeah, Leo Prime, and I don't know much about this character except he turns into a lion, and I know there was a masterpiece out about him, and I definitely was not. Like I said, I'm no real nostalgia for the character, not enough to justify getting the masterpiece of him, and kind of a good thing because I haven't heard real good things about that masterpiece. You know, kind of flimsy and stuff like that. Easily breakable. But anyway, this guy, you know, it being in the standard toy line, I don't think we'll be having those issues or whatever. And so, I mean, he looks great there. Apparently, his chest does open and have a matrix because you know he's a prime. Of course, he's got a matrix. And let's see. And so there he is. He's like a white lion. Yeah. So very cool. Super VH says he's the leader of the Maximals after Optimus Primal. So yeah, very cool. And yes, a good point. You know, this that it's cool that we you know when we see these, we also think it's like, oh, maybe they'll be in the game. So yeah, that's it's a cool way to think too. It's like, ooh, we're getting a Leo Prime figure. Maybe we'll see a Leo Prime show up in the game. We're getting some Junkions. You know, we're getting Tarn in an actual official toy. Maybe we'll see Tarn make an appearance in the game. I don't know. Time will tell. Speaking of Tarn, there he is, and oh, he is glorious. I don't think you can make a better Tarn. It looks perfect and it's exactly right off the page. I mean, MMC knocked it out of the park. Iron Factory knocked it out of the park. A lot of times you say, "Hey, the third party, you know, they got bigger budgets, and you know, so they're going to be able to do things more." But I mean, Hasbro, man, this is equally just as good as any of them. I don't know what else to say. If you didn't already have, I'm getting this anyway because that's what I do. I always like to support the official product. I mean, I definitely get the third-party stuff, but I still support the official stuff. Even if I've got a third-party stuff. Usually the third-party stuff I get to fill a hole that's there. Fill a hole that the official hasn't filled yet, but if the official comes out with something to fill that hole, I usually get that anyway. Tarn is a good thing. And I'm sorry, no, I'm still keeping my Coulter. Which is the third-party Tarn. Sorry. Because I've got the entire MMC DJD. I can't break that up. I've got Tarn and Voss and Kaon and Helix and Tesserus and the Pet and Nickel. I've got all of them. I've got the entire DJD from MMC. I can't break that up. It would be interesting to see if we get more of the DJD from Hasbro in the official line. My feeling is they're going to stop at Tarn. I really don't see them because Tesserus and Helix would have to be at least leader class, maybe commander class, and I cannot see them using leader class or commander class for those two figures. I cannot see that. I mean maybe, and I cannot see them putting out Kaon, who turns into an electric chair in the toy line, and even Voss turns into a sniper rifle. I mean, come on, Shockwave. They call him like a spaceship. Six shot when his gun mode they called it a submarine. So they got something against putting out toys that turn into guns. They're not going to put out Voss who turns into a sniper rifle. They're not going to put out the guy who turns into an electric chair. And the other two guys are just way too big. Maybe you'll see Nickel, but probably not. I think they're going to stop at Tarn. That's my prediction. Is we got Tarn, but you're not going to see the rest. So it's unfortunate. I think it would be great, but that's kind of why I jumped on the MMC when I saw them doing it. So, all right, moving on. Tarn has an alt mode, and there you go. And it looks just like the MMC alt mode. And looking at how it transforms, almost identical. The legs for sure. I mean, it's pretty obvious when you look at the design of Tarn. It's pretty obvious how the legs were going to transform. So yeah, he looks fantastic. And man, even though I've got two fantastic versions of him, I can't wait to get this one. And finally, Shattered Glass Soundwave in Pulsecon. And for anybody who likes the Shattered Glass line, I almost got this, and then I saw the price. They wanted something like $80 for this, and I was like, oh, no, thank you. I mean, he looks cool. I like the headband and all that stuff, but yeah, looks cool. I don't have a lot. I got the Shattered Glass Optimus and Ratchet because they were kind of like in some extra packs, and it wasn't too bad. I ended up getting Shattered Glass Megatron because it was like a giveaway. Of course, I made Shattered Glass Undercracker, but I just really haven't been collecting the rest of the Shattered Glass line. So I was thinking, even though I wasn't doing that, I was considering getting this until I saw the price. And I thought this was cool. They got like a light bright. You can hang it on the wall, and it comes with pieces. And they're showing it off with this Optimus Prime, and apparently it's like battery powered, so you can like hang it on the wall. I was thinking I might get one of these. It's like $100 though, but it seems pretty cool. And the other picture they showed, I only saw one for sale, and that showed the Optimus. I'm thinking that if you get one of them, you'll be able to make any of these three. You'll be able to make the Optimus Prime, the Autobot logo, or the Bumblebee. The same, so like basically if you buy three of them to do what they did here. So if you wanted to have all three of those pictures, you just buy three of them. So I considered it. I mean, it's big, but is it $100? But it's worth $100. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I haven't ordered it yet. I'm thinking about it because part of me is thinking like, wouldn't it be cool like right there? Oh, you can't see. Let's go back over here. Wouldn't it be cool like right there? I got a big blank spot there. Of course, I'm also thinking about putting shelves there too. So, if anything, I might get one of these just as kind of like set decoration. Maybe. And then this was announced today. Might have seen it might have seen it yesterday. I think it was today, like this morning. This is the newest leader class from the Velocitron Speedia 500 set. This is Victory Universe Galaxy Shuttle. That's a mouthful. And obviously an Astro Train repaint, but he is in white and black. It looks like he's got a new head sculpt. And very cool. He's still got his usual launchpad box thingy. And he turns into a ridiculous train thingy. Yes, I have ordered this because I am a sucker for Transformers with Space Shuttle alt modes. This train thing, I never liked this train mode, even on Astro Train. I mean, the colors do look cool though. I do think the colors look cool, but this train mode, it's just awful. And there's the box. So, yeah, I'll be getting that. I should do like a shuttle showcase at some point. Whether it's one video or a series of videos, and just like go through all of my different space shuttle alt mode transformers. Because I mean, I got Skylinkses, I got Astro Trains, I have that it's called Shuttle Robo. It's supposed to be like Spacey from the GoBots. Blast Off, and I can't remember their names, but the little Micromaster dudes turned into shuttles. So I got a bunch of little shuttle. You know, I should see that. I should do something like that. This also showed up today. So we already saw Walmart reissued. These last ones are Walmart, but they were also up on Pulse. I think some of them I think are sold out already on Pulse. But they already did a reissue of Starscream and Hot Rod in G1 packaging. Was a year or two ago, like in the normal G1 packaging. They're doing it again, except these are cartoon colors. So this is your G1 Hot Rod, but he's in our animation accurate colors, like with the black legs and a different color red. And I didn't even notice that, but it does look like diecast feet, doesn't it? It'd be interesting to see if it shows up that way or not. If it does, that'd be really cool. My original Hot Rod, I do have one with the diecast feet on my original Hot Rod. He's seen better days, but he's got the diecast feet. The feet are fine. Yeah, good call. I have this ordered from Pulse. I didn't realize it was a Walmart thing until I ordered from Pulse, which doesn't really matter, honestly. But so yeah, I passed on the G1 reissue of Hot Rod because I was like, oh, I've still got my G1, it's fine. But I came to regret not picking up that G1 Hot Rod reissue because, like I said, my original one's seen better days. But so I kind of wish I had gotten that other Hot Rod, so I'm not missing out on this one. So there is his alt mode, very more cartoon aesthetic there. I think his pipes look to be more just kind of like muted gray as opposed to chrome, like the original one. And there is the box. The box is cool. The cool box. Yeah, I dig it. And I don't know what happened. I thought there was we're back around. There's a Starscream too. I could have sworn I had Starscream in there. Maybe I had too many pictures, but there's a Starscream, a G1 Starscream, very similar to the Hot Rod. And on that picture. So sorry, the Starscream picture kind of got lost, but it's G1 Starscream, and the box is similar to the Hot Rod, where it's got the it's there's no window on it, and it's got the whatchamacallit, images of the cartoon and whatnot on there. So yeah. Oh, so that was kind of fun. One of these days, I'll actually do that and record it for like an actual video to play later. But it's been a while since this news came out, so I'm just not going to bother. But I enjoyed going over it with you guys. So, Cuddy Fox says, I think Rodimus Primal was going to get Hot Rod, but not sure. He might be waiting for Rodimus Prime. Yeah, I think he said he's going to wait and see if it goes on sale. I'm pretty sure he got the G1 reissue a while back. Let's see. Next up, before we get out of here, I know we're already almost at 2 hours, but I want to get through this. Maybe we'll bring it back some other time. What order do I want to do them in? I don't know. We'll just do this. So first up, I got Studio Series 86 Core Class Ratchet. There he is. And I thought I'd have more time to transform and stuff like that, but we'll just. He's pretty easy, but still, it's going to take a minute. He's a little. I actually got this guy in today, but he's small too, so we'll talk about this. Studio Series 86 Wheelie. Got him. I actually had to order him from Hasbro Pulse because Amazon was only selling, he was sold out and people were scalping him for like $40 on Amazon. And I was like, no. And then when I went to Hasbro Pulse to go order that Alpha Trion and Ryan Pack set, I noticed the Wheelie was in stock. And I was like, oh, okay. I'll just order him from there. Yeah, I had to pay for shipping, but it's still cheaper than the scalper prices. So screw you, scalpers. And fantastic little bot. Get Wheelie. And I might as well go ahead and show her off because basically the same kind of thing, except not the scalper prices. We're just waiting for the, just hadn't shown up in stock at Amazon yet. And there we got Alita 1 from Legacy. And beautiful. Really cool. You got to get her. She's probably the best Alita 1 figure we've gotten so far. I happen to like, the whole thing. Like you can pull up the front, and you're supposed to like undo the sides and fold them up like this, and then fold it back down. So she's kind of got like shoulder pads or shoulder scoops or something like that. But that's for Minerva. That's a Minerva thing. And I like her better with these. Just kind of, you can just leave them down like I had them, just completely like they keep the whole front of the card just intact and folded down in the back. And I think it looks better that way. But we'll go ahead and leave her in Minerva mode there. I'm debating that. The Buzzworthy Bumblebee. I kept saying I'll go get that if I see it on the shelf, but I never saw it on the shelf. And I'm like, okay, that's good because I really don't need to spend the money. But then I did hear about that sale, and I'm like, I was like, I'm still thinking about that one. Let's see who else. Tarantulas showed up from Amazon, and so good. And definitely shares a spiritual successor to Black Arachnia, but it is absolutely not just a repaint. He is so much bigger. In fact, I brought out the. Speaking of the 4-packs, here's the that 4-pack Black Arachnia. So you can see he is much bigger than her, but obviously they've got the spider arms and that's pretty much all. I mean the backs of them, the way they transform and end up folding up into spider mode is quite different. So there's a lot of similarities. But very, very different. Very, very different. So yeah, Tarantulas is there. And I was so happy about this. Larkin's Lair was lucky enough to find Cosmos, and he found a second Cosmos for somebody else. And I was never been able to find Cosmos. I've looked multiple places, at least 3 different times. I found the entire wave except Cosmos, meaning 2 Burnouts, 2 Road Ragers, and 2 Blurs and a Clampdown at least 3 times, but no Cosmos. Well, Larkin's Lair found a 3rd one, and he knew I was still looking for it, and he shipped it over to me. I paid him, of course. But huge shout out, huge thanks to Larkin's Lair for staying on the hunt, as if he wasn't out looking for stuff on his own anyway. But I appreciate him still looking out for me, and I've got the Cosmos there, and so happy about this. Really cool figure, and he's actually a good one. It's not just one of those that is he's cool because he's rare. No, he's actually a really good figure. It is actually a really good figure, a really good version of Cosmos. I am still looking red alert. So if I do manage to find a Cosmos, I'll hit you up and let you know if I find if see if you still need them. So I haven't given up my search. I still go. In fact, I was just there a couple days ago and still just like 4 blurs. But yeah, so Cosmos is in the house. Then yesterday, actually, I got in some. So that's the official stuff. But I still get the third party stuff. I still get the legends, and I've got New Age Machinemensch RC. Beautiful little figure. The transformation takes a minute to figure out, but it's not too terrible. I don't know if I haven't spent a lot of time with her, and I don't know if I'm just not posing her right. She's a little back heavy, but like I said, I might just not be doing something quite right because I just kind of transformed her once and stood her up. Didn't spend a whole lot time with it trying to get it just right, but I was able to get her to stand, and she's a slippery little sucker. But yeah, so there you go. New Age Maschinenmensch or RC. And I'm a little late to the party on this one for a lot of people, but I didn't go for the tune version. I held out for the toy version because I love the metallic colors. I love and I'm withholding him intentionally for the moment. And I love the gold chrome. And this is New Age Grimlock Ymir, I think, Ymir. It's gorgeous. His tail wags either side. Yeah, his mouth opens. You can pose. I haven't managed to do it, but I'm pretty sure you can flip up his head and change out the blue to red eyes. As usual, his legs are the arms, so you can articulate the legs. His arms can articulate. I do kind of wish they had a little bit of a swivel, so you could move the elbow joint this way. But as of right now, he's basically got gorilla arms. You can rotate it around like that, but you can't rotate it to get him to go up this way. So I kind of wish it was that way, but it's good where he can be like, oh my gosh, me Grimlock forgot. So very cool. And honestly, I'm not going to be posing the arms that much to where it's necessary that way, but it's still it's something worth noting. But yeah, he's fantastic. We've even got the kind of like the clear plastic with the gold color details underneath, just like the old G1. So yeah, New Age Grimlock. And I think this is the final new figure. I did a whole lot of toy axing, but we could do that another time. And Fans Toys Hitch. And he's a heavy sucker. He's a good-looking bot. And the best masterpiece hoist out on the market. I've got all of them. I've got the X Transbots one. I've got the Bad Cube one, and this one blows them away by far. Not just the looks, but even the transformation. The transformation on this is, except for one spot on the wheels where you're supposed to rotate them, mine was a little tight and it doesn't really want to do it. Beyond that, this is one of the few masterpiece third-party transforming figures that I was able to do for the most part without consulting the instructions. It just makes sense. And it takes a minute to get there, so it's not something I could necessarily feel comfortable doing on camera. I did consult a couple of parts, and it's like that down around the feet. Like this part, rotating. It's weird how this rotates. And what it is, it turns out I actually unscrewed it just because I was like, why is this not going? There's like a spring in there. I think the spring's a little too strong. But beyond that, I was able to mostly figure it out on its own. But you can see he's got his little toe thing, but you could stow it up there too. And they don't hide his head very well, but it is turned around, so you're not like seeing his face. They did come with alternate heads. It did come with the alien face mask, as you might expect, and the legs are hiding it. But installed, he's got basically the configuration that you would normally expect from Hoist, like this, where he's got the hand on the one side and the gun or whatever on the on for his right hand. But it did come with a whole nother extra hand arm piece that you can swap out if you wanted to basically have him have two hands. But yeah, so Hoist got a hoist. Well, of course, you know that's something I feel like I kind of have to do. I mean, I do like the characters, so that's why I do like to get the hoists. But you know, it's one of those things where since that's kind of like the namesake of my channel, I feel like I should get them. So you know, I got the. Wait, see, there was another one I had. I said Bad Cube and Next Trans Box. I also got Ocular Max. Ocular Max also came out with a Masterpiece hoist. So I already had those three, and now I've got this one. And this is the one hoist to rule them all. And yes, indeed, if Hasbro or Takara Tomy, I suppose, would be the one doing mostly the Masterpiece line. If they come out with the Masterpiece hoist, which is a possibility because they've got a Trailbreaker coming. So if they actually come out with a Masterpiece hoist in Takara form, I will get that too. And I will be holding that. Last Cyan says that green is superb. The paint job is like a dealership. You are not lying. It's a nice metallic green paint. This is exactly the kind of paint that you would see on a vehicle in a dealership lot. Absolutely. This is a really nice metallic fleck. And they even simulate it pretty good in the plastic. This is not painted. This is not painted. This is just the plastic here on the roof. They do a pretty decent job of simulating that in the plastic as well. But this hood part, it's heavy as heck. I'm pretty sure this is die cast and it's painted. So yeah, rubber tires. Pretty sure there's die cast down here in the legs and all that. Nice shiny chrome on the legs. Wonderful. Is it worth $189? It's hard to say. Yeah, but it was to me because I didn't want to end up like Thomas, where I ended up having to pay like $400 for that guy. I don't think he was that much originally. I didn't want to end up having to. I knew this guy was not going to go down in price. Let me just say that. So, 30 years ago, he was a retool of Trailbreaker. Now he's his own character. I wish you could say that. It's pretty much this. Anytime I've seen Hoist, there's also a Trailbreaker right there sharing the mold. Those two guys are linked. Hoist is a green Trailbreaker, and Trailbreaker is a black Hoist. The only difference is the back. Hoist has the tow package. Trailbreaker has the camper top, and that's really the only difference. Yeah, and you know, it makes sense. That's what they do. You know, I've been curious. I thought it would actually be cool, and I didn't put a lot of research into it, but I was curious what kind of actual vehicle were these guys. Would it even be possible to maybe get one of these vehicles like from back in the 80s or 70s or whatever they were based on, and you know, maybe get one of those old and used and paint them up to look green or something, and maybe fabricate something so I could actually have a real life hoist. But then I came to my senses and realized there's no way I would follow through on something like that, and then gave up the research. It would be pretty cool though, but there's no way I would be able to do something like that. I too much go from one thing to another, you know, and there's no, and I just don't. I'm not a car guy. I mean, I could do it, but I'm just not motivated to. And something like that I would need to be motivated. I just don't see myself doing it. So, like I said, I had the thought, but then I came to my senses. So, yeah, I'll try to have these for next week. I'll make sure I have these guys in their bot mode so we can show them off, because he looks fantastic in bot mode too. So that was the lightning round. But let's keep the lightning round going real quick. I put Toy Hacks on Blitzwing. Legacy Blitzwing looks amazing. There's a lot of little Easter eggs. He's got a sticker you can put wherever I put it there. That's like his animated Blitzwing crazy form. He's got the little footballs, his zone defense, I think. It says the long bomb, but there's another sticker where you can put for zone defense because of that one triple takeover, I think it was, which honestly Blitzwing's plan was stupid. I'd take over the world. Let me talk to this football coach. I mean, come on. Oh, and this is perfect. When he's in tank mode, when you're looking down the barrel of his cannon, it says, "Come on down, Otto Brat." Yes, that sold me on this set right along. So we'll just put him over there. Wreck and Rule Springer, making him a little bit more, toy accurate, I suppose, with all the stickers. A lot of cool little details on this guy. This chest sticker is really cool. That's the actual painted, logo that was on the toy to begin with. This is a mostly clear sticker that has the little details. Also did Wreck and Rule Impactor. It's got all the construction stripes. Got his record logo on there. A bunch of extra little details down along the feet. Even the underside of the arms has got the construction striping. Very cool. He's got a little extra sticker on his mohawk. Kind of helps catch the light. See if I can do that. Not really. I think I showed you guys Shoulder Pads Prime, Laser Prime. I did the stickers. I think I showed you this one last time. So he's got really cool stickers on his tanker. And if I didn't show you, I'm showing you. But he was done before a lot of them. So there he is. He's got options for the chest. I like the one that says Optimus Prime. There, he's got details there. He's got underarm details, like he's got mechanical details down there, and the sword gets stickers. Let's move him off to the side. And I also got the set for Scourge. He doesn't have the fancy cartoon image, but it is nice chrome stickers all on the tanker. And stickers along the top and on the back too. Laser Prime has those too. I just didn't show them. And then you also got here's Scourge here. Again, you got options for the windows, but I'm one of the people that likes the pink with the blue, even though it may not be totally accurate to the show or whatever. But I didn't know the show, so I like the pink, so I kept the pink. And you already had the blue up here on the cannons, but they added some extra stickers to kind of accentuate the blue around. And you got the upside down Autobot logos there. Oh, speaking of which, you got that on the front of the tanker for Scourge, and you got that for the front of the tanker for Laser Prime. It's getting crowded here. But yeah, he's got the sword details too. And I've recently noticed that his arm could use a little bit of a stiffening. It doesn't stay very well. that's all I see here. I think I did Motor Master as well, but I didn't bring him back here. I did Toy Hacks Motor Master as well. That's basically what I did while I was hunkered down for the hurricane. Is I toy hacked all these guys. So good times. Good times. All right. You missed all the action. Well, you didn't miss all of it. You got here for the last minute, but I do appreciate you coming up. The good news is the replay will be up, so you can go back and catch up on everything that you missed out on. We talked about the news as usual. Cracked a whole mess of crystals, and including not just a 5-star combat ship, but also a 5-star bot. And the combination of the two is absolutely magical. So you need to go back and rewind. It's at the very end of the crystal cracking. So I want to say about 9:30 it happened. So about an hour and a half in. So go somewhere around about an hour and a half if you're going to go back and look for it. Go check that out. It's an absolute magical pairing, but I'm not going to tell you and spoil it. Yeah, go back and check that out. I am super happy with that result, and yeah, we'll come back next week and do this again because it's fun and all that. And thank you guys for being here. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends. We'll see you next time.